We are live. I'm 1 hour south of the Russian border in a small town. Um, I bought this house, or we're called Five and Below at the Arizona Mills Mall in Tempe, Arizona, before I came to Ukraine, and it's my favorite hat. No one in Ukraine knows what Taco Bell is. Everybody in America knows what Taco Bell is. The last meal I had in America before I flew to Taco Bell with my brother, and I love Taco Bell. I'm friends with the manager, or he might be a manager or assistant manager, Caesar, at the Taco Bell at Country Club in Maine and Mesa on the northeast corner. He knows me. He knows I'm in Ukraine. He's like a brother to me. He's fed me for 30 years. And well, the topic of today is going to be birds. I love bird watching. But while I was walking down the street on the icy roads, and I took a chance, and I found this. Let's see. It's 1 hryvnia coin. This coin is worth 2.5 American cents, so it has value. If you go to there's an Xavier coin store at Power Road in I think it's Maine and Mesa on the northwest corner. Any foreign coin is worth 80 cents. So in Ukraine, this coin's worth 2.5 cents. If I spend $1,800 ticket to Mesa, Arizona, it's now worth 80 cents. So this coin is worth 80 cents in America, potentially, and 2.5 cents in Ukraine. So it has value, and it has even more value if you spend $2,000 to fly to make it more valuable. Okay, so birds. I love birds. What's the name of the movie? Oh man, I have it on my iPhone. Whew. I can't, man, I've had a lack of sleep, so I can't remember. But Jack Black's in a movie with 2 other super famous guys. Who are they? One of them is one of the 3 amigos from Saturday Night Live. I forget his name. I'm losing my mind. I just forgetting everything. It's like, do I have dementia? Do I have Alzheimer's? What is their names? Dude. And then the guy from Behind Enemy Lines, he's a comedian. He's also, where is it? I can't remember his name either. Is there anybody here? Oh, there's one person online. Who is it? International Health Coach. International Health Coach is online. There is someone online. Hello, International Health Coach. Are you Ukrainian? Ukrainsky. T Ukrainets? Or are you Ukrainian? International Health Coach is online. He waves hi, or he's clapping. Okay, clap. Good job. Atlanta, Georgia. I was close. Ukraine, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia is a really interesting place. My brother served a mission in Atlanta, Georgia mission, and my next door neighbor, Jeff Bingham, served a mission. I think Jeff Bingham lives in St. George, Utah now. That's the last I heard. And he went on a mission to Atlanta, Georgia. And my brother went on a mission to Atlanta, Georgia. And International Health Coach lives in Atlanta, Georgia. And my younger brother, he lived in Alpharetta, Georgia, which is, I think, close to, actually, I've been to the Atlanta, Georgia airport. It's huge. It's very good. I love the Atlanta, Georgia International Airport. And I had a layover there, and everything's smooth. So I love the Atlanta. I don't know the name of the airport, but I have been to Atlanta. I served in Cortland, Ohio. So you're LDS. You are LDS. You are a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That is so interesting. It's Kirtland, Ohio. Kirtland, Ohio has a temple, in Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Kirtland Temple. You're a returned missionary, yeah? Oh, guess what? I don't know what your first name is, but there's a movie called The RM, and Sean Bradley had a cameo. Danny Ainge had a cameo. I think Steve Young had a cameo. in that movie. And Sean Bradley served in my mission in Sydney, Australia, before it split. He was there when it was the Australia-Sydney mission. Then it split to the Australia-Sydney North and South mission. He ended up going to the South mission. I went to the North mission. I was in the MDC in May 1993. Sean Bradley ended his mission in May 1993 because he went from May 91 to May 93. I was in the MTC when he ended up taking him home to Castledale, Utah, 7'6", one of the tallest basketball players in the history of the NBA. He signed a $44 million contract for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's 7'6", and his number was 76. Sean Bradley, yes. I love Sean Bradley. He married some girl from Yuma, Arizona that was about 5'3". I missed seeing Sean Bradley, but guess what? You and the branch president gave Marina a blessing. Yes. Who am I talking to? Oh, are you Marina? Are you Marina's friend? Okay. You are Marina. I know Marina. Marina is a good person. She is a disciple of Jesus Christ. She's a Christian. My name is Sean. Okay, Sean. Are you Marina's friend? And okay, Marina. Oh, she's a nice person. I know Marina. I thought she was a member of the church because I'm the guy that was. Okay, Sean, you are Marina's. As far as I know, you're her fiance. Okay. That's as far as I know. I haven't specifically talked to her recently, but Sean, I know who you are now. And let me tell you, Marina is a good person. She's a very good Christian. She believes in God. And Marina, so I was passing the sacrament and I went to give it to her and she says, I'm not a member. And I'm like, what? I thought she was a member. I thought she was a confirmed member of the church. And Marina, and she had been talking to the missionaries in like Poland, maybe Warsaw, Poland. They were teaching her the discussions. And then the Ukrainian elders, Elder Nate, I can't remember his last name, Elder Owens, Elder Spjut, I think it's pronounced. It's like Finnish or Norwegian or something, or Swedish. And there was another elder, I can't remember his name. So, okay, Sean, it's good to meet you. Hey, Sean, if you become friends with me on Facebook, you can call me any time of the day. I know who you are. I just never talked to you. And I would love to get to know you. If you ever come to Ukraine, I would love to hang out with you, spend time with you, Sean. And it would be good. I'm so glad that I contacted you, Sean. I was super tired and I was about to go to sleep. And I was about to take a nap because I just ate a pizza and I was loading a food coma or whatever you call it. I was loading I'll be in Ukraine in a few months. Oh my gosh. That is such great news, Sean. Sean, I'm so happy that you come to Ukraine. I can't wait to meet you, Sean. I don't know you except for I know your story that you're a good person. You're a good member of the church. I can't wait to meet you. I want to be your friend in real life. And guess what? Chernihiv is a beautiful city. I love Chernihiv city. It's a hero city. And the people there are so nice. Marina's super nice. And the branch president's super nice. And I'll never forget so Marina asked me to give her a blessing. And I'm surprised she asked me because anyone could have the branch president could have done it. And he could have done it in Ukrainian. Page. Okay, well, it's Eldon Palmer. That's it. Eldon, ELDON PALMER. That's my Facebook page. You can request my Facebook friend status, and I will accept it, of course. But wow, Sean, I'm so glad to meet you. I've been hoping. I thought I was going to see you in last month or this month, and I'm so glad that I came in contact with you. I'm so glad. And if you are going to marry Marina, she's a great woman. She's super a super nice, and you know what? I think she's kind of, he hasn't joined the church yet, and she was at the baptism arena. Knife fight only stickers. What? No. Who's that? I got a pop-up that says, "Hey, I don't know if you know, Sean. I'm not. This is only my. I'm new at this live chat game, and it says #1 top fan 75 XP. I have no idea what that means. Maybe you know. I don't know. Okay, Eldon. That's me. Yeah, Eldon Palmer. If you request my Facebook friends on that, I will obviously accept, and then you can call me anytime, 24/7, 365. If we have power, I will answer the phone. If we don't have power, then you'll just have to, we'll have to set up a time or something. But that's me, yeah, Eldon Palmer. It has a picture of a snowman with the Ukrainian scarf, blue and yellow. That's my Facebook photo. So I would just happen to be walking down the street, and I saw that snowman a couple winters ago, sometime since 2015, the first time I came here. It might have been 2015. I took that picture. Sean Patrick Murphy. Sean Patrick Murphy? Are you kidding me? Sean Patrick Murphy. That's an awesome. That sounds very Irish. So Sean, I don't know if you've been watching my channel, but I got pulled over. I've been to the pizzeria here that I love, and I got some groceries, and I was walking home, and I got pulled over by the police. But guess what? There was 2 police officers, 2 Army soldiers. They were looking for a recruiting. They're trying to find conscripts. They're trying to conscript, adult males between the ages of 24 and 60. They are recruiting people 24 to 60 to join the front line, because if the police officers don't find people, then they have to go to the front line. And so they're kind of finding a replacement for themselves by finding other people. And there's been stories, rumors that they kidnap people, and maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But my opinion is this: if they need me to fight, I've been trained. I've been working towards my expert status and distinguished expert status as a rifle 50 feet certification for the NRA since I was years old. And then I've been, it would be a surprise. Okay, you know that. Maybe you know that. Okay. I would probably be surprised to what you know, but okay. Sean Patrick Murphy Jack of Kennesaw, Georgia. Okay. So, and then I've been trained I've been AZ Post certified to carry a firearm on duty from the year 2020 to 2024 for 24 years. And one of those 24 years, I actually earned my expert pistol status. And I'm not super good at pistols or rifles, but I'm able to hit the target sometimes. You would be surprised. Okay. So the thing is, my department has higher requirements than any department in the state of Arizona as far as qualifications numbers. The Arizona State Post requires you get a 210 score out of 250. My department requires a 220, which is 2 more bullets. Very cool. Tom Palm, my cousin just sent me a text and it says, very cool. So Sean, do you know who Iam Tongi is by chance? I would be surprised what you know, but do you know who Iam Tongi is? Oh, while you're answering that question. So on my mission, no, Iam Tongi won American Idol in the year 2023 or 2024. Well, guess what? He's LDS. And his father served a mission in my mission, and he died a couple years ago. And so his son won American Idol at age 18. He's a Tongan. His mom's Tongan, his dad's Tongan, and he's Tongan, and they're all members of the church. His mom graduated from BYU, Hawaii, and his father served a mission in the Australia Sunday North mission with me. He was in my district when I was brand new. He's one of the first missionaries I ever met in 2 years. His father. I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV either. I'm like you. I don't know if you're a military veteran or anything. Kirtland, Ohio. Guess what? My parents went to Kirtland, Ohio to see the temple there. I've never been to Kirtland, Ohio. I've been to Cleveland, Ohio and Columbus, Ohio. And I don't even know where Kirtland, Ohio is, but maybe it's close to Cleveland and maybe it's close to Columbus. I went to a Pez convention with my cousin. I don't know anything about Pez, but there was an international Pez convention in Cleveland. Yes, in Cleveland, Ohio. And so we flew into Columbus. I rented a car, and then we drove from Columbus to Cleveland. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, home of the Cleveland Browns, home of the Cleveland Indians, and there might be a hockey team I don't know of, but there's home of the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James and whatnot. So they have at least 3 professional sport teams. I'm not sure if they have a hockey team yet, but and I didn't realize it's right on the lake. There's a lake right there. I don't know the name of the lake, but I can tell you I've been to Cleveland because I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I saw the Browns Stadium. I saw the lake. It's right there on the lake. Like you could throw a rock and hit the lake from the stadium probably. And Columbus, it's like there's a freeway around it. And here's a funny story about Cleveland Airport. So when we were going back home, my cousin kind of worked for the TSA before it was TSA, before it went federal government. It was a private contractor company. I don't know the name of the company, but he earned free plane tickets like $550. So it's really low status, but they're free. So we decided to go to the Pez convention in Cleveland, Ohio. We got free tickets. I paid for the hotel, or he paid for the hotel. But then when it was over, we went to the Cleveland airport. It was terrible weather. Lake Erie, okay. Kirtland Stake, suburb of Cleveland. Kirtland Stake, suburb of Cleveland. Lake. Okay. So when we got to the Columbus airport to go home, the weather was so bad that we got stuck there. And there were there was some Pez card game that they were trying to, promote. And so we were playing Pez. It's almost like, I don't know what kind of game it's like, but it's not like Jim Rumney. I don't know. It's kind of like solitaire, but you're playing against each other. And everything's a Pez. So it's like Uno cards, but Pez. So we're playing Pez, and they said we didn't have a spot on all the seats were full, so we couldn't go back to Phoenix where we live. And so we're waiting there. We're waiting there, and the airport closed. This is before Pez Candy. Yeah, Pez Candy. We went to the Pez Candy convention, International Pez Convention in Cleveland, Ohio, at some convention center, and we're playing Pez in Columbus Airport, like total nerds, and the airport closed, and the security closed, but we didn't know we were already in there. We were in there for 9 or 10 hours straight, just laying on the ground because there was no chairs. And we basically have our carry-on luggage as our pillow, and we're playing cards. And then, so about 2 or 3 in the morning, some police, I don't know if they're Cleveland police or airport police, but sworn police officers came up to us and they said, "How did you get in here? This is a secured area." I said, "We've been here almost 12 hours. I had a friend who collected Pez. Yeah, my cousin collected Pez. He bought a Pez that cost him $1,900. One toy plastic toy cost him almost $2,000. My first used truck, a Nissan truck I bought years ago, cost me $2,000. And you can't drive a Pez to work, but you can drive a Nissan truck, a king cab with a long bed forever and ever, but you can't drive a Pez. So I don't really invest in Pez. I think they're interesting, but to me, it's only worth as much as someone's willing to pay for it. And so I'm not a collector in that. And I don't invest in Pez. That's the news. You had a friend. Okay. I bet your friend, if he's hardcore Pez collecting, he knows my cousin, because my cousin that I went with, he's hardcore. He's hardcore. The international community knows my cousin because he's so Hardcore Pez collecting. Okay. So I thought he was gonna arrest us for trespassing. We had been there half a day, 12 hours at the airport. By the time he contacted us, we had already been there 12 hours. We turned in our rental car, and we were just waiting for a ticket, and they kept on saying, "Oh no, the flight is full. The flight is full. The flight is full. The flight is full." And so they kicked us out. They wrote down our names. They wrote down our names on like what police department calls a field interview card, but it's like basically your information, and they entered in the computers and that they had contact. So somewhere in the Cleveland Police Department or the Cleveland Airport Police, my name and my cousin's name is on their permanent record as a suspect, or like we were at least trespassed from the airport, and they wrote a report on it, or at least some permanent notes for eternity. So for eternity, my name, my cousin's name are on the Cleveland Airport or Columbus Airport. Oh, so no, it was Columbus. So it was either Columbus Police or Columbus Airport Police Department's hard drive. That's funny. My father was a police officer for 30 years, Navy vet. What? My brother was a sworn patrol officer for 32 years. He just retired for Mesa Police Department in Mesa, Arizona. 32 years, Navy vet too. So your father was a police officer for 30 years and a Navy vet. Wow, I am impressed. Hey, can you tell me, are you willing to tell me what the name of the police department is? I'm guessing Cleveland. I'm guessing, or maybe it's Atlanta. What department? If you don't want to say, you can say I don't want to say, and that's fine. For privacy reasons, that's fine. But I am super curious what police department you worked for. I worked for Mesa for 28 years. At Anaheim, California. Are you kidding me? Disneyland. Anaheim Angels. So here's what you don't know. When the Anaheim Angels won the World Series, their batting coach was Mickey Hatcher. He went to the same high school as me, and he played football. My uncle was the quarterback, and he was the wide receiver. But also he played baseball for Mesa Community College. He's famous in the city of Mesa, Arizona, where I'm from, where I was born. And he used to play basketball. He used to play City League basketball on my dad sponsored a team called the Palmer Landscape Services, and Mickey Hatcher, who was the batting coach for the Anaheim Angels when they won the World Series. He was also on the LA Dodgers when they won the World Series in 1988. He was on the Minnesota Twins. He was traded from Minnesota Twins, who won the World Series in 1987. So he didn't get a ring but he got a ring the next year for Dodgers. So Minnesota Twins win 87 World Series. LA Dodgers win the World Series 88. He played for Minnesota Twins in 87. He played for the LA Dodgers in 88. He has 2 World Series champion rings, one from LA Dodgers, one from Anaheim Angels of California, and he barely missed the Minnesota Twins World Series championship. Wow. I was going to talk about birds, and here we are talking about Atlanta. Oh my gosh. Anaheim Police Department, Disneyland, Mickey Mouse. Wow. That is so cool. So were you born in Anaheim? Sean, were you born in Anaheim? You don't have to, if you don't want to say, you don't want to say. You can say, I'd rather be private about that until further notice. You remember Mickey Hatcher? Yes, guess what? After the World Series in 1988, he was at the Mesa Day Parade, and my uncle, who's personal friends of Mickey Hatcher, he said, hey, Mickey Hatcher's going to be at the parade, so if you want, get some of, I got Mickey Hatcher's rookie card and every card I could find of Mickey Hatcher so I could get him autographed. So before the parade, I ran up to Mickey Hatcher, said, hey, can you sign all my, he signed like 10 or 20 cards, including his rookie card he was a rookie for the Dodgers. That was his rookie card where he signed, Mickey Hatcher signed, autographed a rookie card for me in 1988, and now it's 2026. How crazy is that? And you knew, not a lot of people know who Mickey Hatcher is. I love the guy. He was married with 2 daughters. I've met his daughter, Amy. So I met his daughter, Amy, and I said, hey, Amy, where were you born? And she said, Minnesota. I said, okay, why are you in Arizona? She goes, well, my dad was a professional baseball player. And I said, what's your dad's name? And she said, Mickey Hatcher. And I said, are you kidding me? Your father is Mickey Hatcher. I know your dad. He signed my cards back in '88, and he won the World Series in '88. He hit, I think, 2 home runs in the World Series. And Oral Hershiser was pitching, and Kurt Gibson was hitting home runs and whatnot. It was oh man. So what's your favorite Sean, what is your favorite baseball team? Please tell me, I'm begging you. I want to know all of a sudden. Navy vet. Wow. Where did he go in the Navy? I should have joined the Navy. I should have been a military vet, but were you born in Anaheim? What's your favorite baseball team? Okay. Are you an Atlanta Braves fan? You live in Atlanta. Are you a Braves fan? That's a good question, because when my younger brother lived in Atlanta, he worked with John Smoltz Sr., the father of John Smoltz, the pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. So, oh, wow. Did you play college baseball? Maybe you know my uncle. Sean, you might know my uncle. Because he was drafted by the Montreal Expos. Instead, he went on a mission and never got to play professional baseball because he'd rather serve a mission than play professional baseball. So, and then he also was going to shortstop 3. Oh, my career. Wow. Pitcher, shortstop. Are you a lefty or righty? Left-hand pitcher, right-hand pitcher, starter, reliever, closer? I love baseball. I'm telling you, I love baseball. I'll tell you who my favorite baseball player is. Easy. Luis Gonzalez of the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm from Mesa, Arizona. Luis Gonzalez. I have nothing but good things to say about him. Oh, my goodness. Luis Gonzalez. One of my coworkers was in line to buy World Series tickets, and I had an option of picking one World Series ticket for Game 6 or Game 7, but I was afraid New York Yankees in 2001 would win, and I just wanted to go, so I bought a ticket for Game 6. And Diamondbacks won in Game 7 in 2001 against the New York Yankees, who were totally favored. But the Diamondbacks, I was at Game... Right. So you're a switch hitter, Dodgers and Angels and Braves in that order. Dodgers, Angels. Wow. Are you a fan of Fernando Valenzuela? Wow. And Mike Piazza, I remember. Oh my gosh. I'm assuming you collect I was a hardcore baseball card collector growing up, even though they were almost worthless. Dodgers, Angels. Okay, I love the Angels. Wally Joyner. They had Ron Abbott. Ohtani, yes, Ohtani. Yes, Ohtani, Japanese. Wow. Ohtani. Isn't this amazing? I can't believe I'm talking to Sean from Atlanta, Georgia. We randomly met on YouTube Live channel, and I was gonna sleep because I was loading a food coma. I didn't sleep all night, I'm telling you. So, because I'm so excited about making videos about Ukraine. It's almost like a proof of life thing, because we are being terrorized. Marina's being terrorized. I'm being terrorized by the Russian army with these drones and missiles. Chernihiv gets bombed and drones blown up almost every day, and they have drones flying around every night. And I asked Marina, I said, do you hear the drones every night? Because you've got to be having like 10 drones flying over your head every single night of every day. And she said, she puts earplugs in so she doesn't, and she's a survivor. She's a strong, Ukrainians are strong people. I mean, they don't have a choice but to be strong. They don't have a choice. Wow. So I'm curious, your dad was in the Navy. Where did he get to go? Did he get to go to Okinawa? Did he get to go to Korea? Did he get to go to the Middle East, like the Suez Canal? Or South America, Hawaii. A lot of guys get. You know what? I went to my cousin got married in. Marina is protected by priesthood power. Yes, you're right. She's protected by priesthood power. You're right, Sean. You are right. She's totally protected. And if we die before our journeys through, happy day, all is well. But if our lives is spared again to see the saints the rest obtain, all is well, all is well. Come, ye saints. Marina is protected. You know, when I gave her that blessing, I didn't know I was going to be given a blessing to Marina that day because I had only met her the week before, and I have to leave early. You know, as soon as it's noon, I have to leave because I have to catch my bus. If I miss my bus, I might have to get a hotel because I can't. The buses stop at a certain time, so as soon as church is over, I didn't have time to socialize and chat with anybody. Every day I have to leave, so I saw her. You know, I in between sacrament and Sunday school, I talked for maybe 2 minutes, and the next week I gave her a blessing. But I didn't know her that well at the time, and I thought she was a member because I don't know everybody. And guess what? She's the only one that speaks English. She speaks excellent English. And I think she's an English teacher. I haven't asked her, but I think she's an English teacher. Wow, let's English teacher. So, what was I thinking of? Oh, man, I kind of have this fog in my head because I'm lack of sleep deprivation. Oh, I would English tutor online. Okay, that's what she does for work. Okay. Wow. That is very, very interesting. I didn't know that. I kind of thought she was an English teacher, but she's an English tutor online. Okay. So maybe you're not willing to tell me where your dad served in the Navy, the U.S. Navy, but I went to Pearl Harbor. My cousin, who's a female, she went to BYU Hawaii. She met a guy. She got married, and they got married. He wasn't a member, and they got married at the Halikoa Hotel in Honolulu. And while I was there, I went to Pearl Harbor during that week. I stayed a week in Hawaii, and I went to the Pearl Harbor. I went to Pearl Harbor. And so I know that a lot of Navy people are stationed at Pearl Harbor. How awesome would it be if your dad... Hawaii is probably an awesome place serving. So it's so beautiful. It's paradise. It's paradise on earth. Anyway. Wow. So when I was giving her a blessing, I don't remember everything I said. I don't even have the best memory, but I remember saying that she is a disciple of Jesus Christ. She has faith in Jesus Christ. And he served in San Diego. Wow, I love San Diego. Wow. Guess what? I love San Diego. Hotel del Coronado, downtown in Gaslamp. I know. I spent 5 days in San Diego by myself on vacation, and I bought a 5-day Metro pass so I could ride the bus or the subway or whatever they call it, light rail. And I just went all over San Diego without a map. I stayed at a hostel. I think it was super cheap because you don't have a bathroom. You just have a door and you lock it. And if you need to go to the bathroom or take a shower, you have to use the community bathroom and shower. And it doesn't have a kitchen, or I don't even think it had a TV. But it's $20 a night in San Diego. And if I was a millionaire, if I was a billionaire or a millionaire, I would probably live in San Diego because it's beautiful. San Diego is beautiful. Camp Pendleton. Are you kidding me? You stayed at the Hotel Coronado. Are you kidding me? That is one of the most beautiful places. I have a funny story. So while I'm by myself at the Coronado Beach, no one told me. I didn't read the memo. The beach is divided. There's a military side and a civilian side. Well, I was just jogging down the beach, like getting exercise, and there's guys with assault rifles, and they said, "Sir, do you have an identification? Are you a military person or something? Like, why are you on this military beach?" And I'm so dumb. I had no clue. So I'm at the Coronado Beach on Coronado, I love that hotel. That is a gorgeous hotel, and I think it's probably $200 a night. So you stayed there. You probably paid $200 a night. It's very expensive. It's not cheap. And they're patched. So I went to the hotel Coronado. I mean, to the Coronado Police Department, and I said, "Do you guys have any patch collectors?" Because at the time I was collecting patches, and the Coronado patch has the top of the Hotel del Coronado on the patch. It's a beautiful patch. And the guy says, "I trade patches." So I gave him my patch, and he never gave me his patch. Yeah. Be right back. Going to find your Facebook. Okay. Okay. Moment. Okay, I'm back. I have my Facebook. This is my iPhone, so I can't do it on one phone. I can't do two things on one phone, but I have two phones. So let me go on to Facebook. Let's see. Patrick Murphy. Notifications. Where's Patrick Murphy? Patrick Murphy. Friends. Sean. Patrick Murphy. There you go. Okay. We're already friends. What? We're already friends. Okay, so I don't know when we became friends, but wow. I'm assuming you're more knowledge. Okay. Entrepreneur, land investor. Land investor. Wow. I have a very rich uncle who is a land investor. Beard model. Okay, so I wonder if your beard has a Facebook page or YouTube channel. That's awesome. Actor. You're an actor and film production. Wow. Be the light. Global. Wow. Public figure, land investor. Oh, University of California, Irvine. Wow. I never went to college. UCI. Wow. Okay, now I'm getting. Wow. Hey. Ha ha ha. Nanny nanny boo boo. Oh. So apparently, I didn't realize I was already friends online with Sean. That is awesome. That's wow. I didn't know. How come I didn't know? Wow. Sean. $40 minutes on. We have one person on. We've had one person on for 40 minutes and one like, and he is the top fan because we only have one person on. There's 7 billion people on planet Earth. So let's go back to birds. I love birds. When I was 14 years old, I worked at Camp Geronimo. It was my third summer. I was a merit badge counselor at the Nature Lodge. I taught the nature trail. I taught the mammal study merit badge. I taught the bird study merit badge and the environmental studies merit badge. That's what I taught. And so, one thing interesting about birds in Arizona, there's tons of hummingbirds. There's a lot of them. There's a rufous hummingbird, which I think is one of the largest species of hummingbirds in the world. There's a whole bunch of like ruby-throated hummingbirds and different things. There's a lot of Stettler or stellar jays, or no, what are they? I'll have to double check. I forgot what it is. It's been so long, but there's a blue jay, but it has a different name. I forget the name of it, but it's super common up there. There's ravens and stuff like that there. There's red-tailed hawks. There might be bald eagles up there. There's osprey up there. There's different kinds of owls at night. And what else? But on my sort of mission in Sydney, Australia, they have some of the most beautiful birds, parrots, all kinds of crazy birds there. So it's the second largest bird currently in the world that's not extinct. And so I went to a zoo in Sydney, Australia, and I got to hand feed emus and hand feed gray kangaroos, not the big reds, but the gray kangaroos. And I got to see a duck-billed platypus and Tasmanian devil. I didn't know Tasmanian devil is an animal. I thought it was just a cartoon, but I saw Tasmanian devils. They're an actual creature, and apparently they're maybe like a wolverine or something. I don't know what they're like. But okay. So, The Big Year. The movie with Jack Black is called The Big Year. And it has Owen Wilson. And let me see, since I have my phone here. The Big Year. Keep forgetting the other guy's name. I watch the movie all the time. Let's see, cast is Steve Martin. Okay, Steve Martin, Jack Black, Owen Wilson, and who else was that one girl? Rosamund Pike. She's in the movie Jack Reacher. So we have Rosamund Pike, we have Owen Wilson, Jack Black, Steve Martin. They're all in the movie The Big Year. It's a movie about bird watching. And so I purchased it on my iPhone. I purchased the long version and the regular version. So I purchased that same movie twice. It's just two different versions of the same movie. One's longer, extended or whatever. So it's a movie about bird watching. I love bird watching. And so in Ukraine, we have birds here. One is a stork. I've never seen a stork in America. And as far as I know, there are no storks in America. But in Ukraine, we have storks, and they're really cool. They have big, huge nests all over the country, in the rural areas. And we have, so there's a bird, I thought it was a chickadee, apparently, because I had to do some research on it, because I never seen this bird before. A really cool bird. And it comes to find out it's called a great tit, Great space TIT. I don't understand where they come up with these names. That just doesn't make sense. But that's the bird. I have a bird feeder that's probably been there for 30 years. The previous owner had it there. And so I have this bird feeder, and I just put sunflower seed hearts in it. And no, that's not what happened. That's funny. Oh, you need to go back to sleep. Okay. We'll talk this weekend. Okay. Slava Ukraina. Okay, goodbye. Bye. Bye, Sean. Till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again, Sean. I will talk to you. You go to sleep. I can't sleep because I'm so excited, so I can't sleep. So this bird thing, we have a stork here. We have it kind of looks like the magpie of Australia, but it has an extra long tail. And we have rooks here. I don't know if I ever saw a rook bird in real life until I came to Ukraine, and they're all over by the church in Chernihiv City. And okay, let's see here. Let's see what other bird. There's another bird I can't remember the name. Kind of look for it real quick while we're here. Rook. Images. We'll go back. Let's see. Rook. See more. Chess. Rook. Rook. The rook, or let's see, rook is a social bird. Oh, jackdaw. Okay, so in my life, I've never seen a jackdaw. There's a bird called a jackdaw. Very unique. I've never heard of that. I've never seen it, but in Ukraine, they have jackdaws, rooks, and Eurasian magpies, and those are three birds. I don't think you can see anywhere in America, at least, and I could be wrong, but they're here all over the place. So a lot of times when I go to church, because I take the 6 o'clock bus, I arrive at 8 o'clock in Chernihiv, and church doesn't start till 2. So, 2 people online. Two people online. So 2 people online. It's a miracle. And I've only been talking for almost 50 minutes. So there's a big, huge park on the way there, and that's where all the pigeons are, the rooks, the jackdaws, and there's a lot of birds I don't know. There's a lot of pigeons and a lot of sparrows, but the jackdaw, the rook, I always make sure, and like I'll get a big bag of sunflower seeds, unsalted, just regular sunflower seeds, and just put them in a pile, and then I kind of do a line of other seeds or whatever food, and the whole park comes in, and there's just birds everywhere. And I made a video of it, and the video I made got 1,000 views or something. It's just a short, but I made a video of just these birds, and I just put birds in the park, and people like to watch birds. I love bird watching. I love bird watching. Top fans. International health coach. Wow. And beard mow. Okay. So I love birds. In Australia, they have a bird called a rainbow lorikeet. My number 1 favorite bird on the planet is the rainbow lorikeet of Australia. They have sulfur-crested cockatoos. They have laughing kookaburras. They have black swans. They have, as far as I know, they have black cockatoos. They have galahs. I think they might have pink cockatoos. Eastern rosellas, beautiful. It kind of looks like, it's just like a little parrot, beautiful. And all these birds are all over the place. My first night in Sydney, Australia, when I woke up in the morning, it was early. It was, instead of a rooster, it was a kookaburra, but they sound like a monkey in the jungle. So I'm basically listening to what I think is a monkey, and I wake up and it's a kookaburra. And they are very camouflaged, so I had no clue that I was looking at a kookaburra, or I looked out the window and I wondering what I'm looking at. Ends up there's a kookaburra sitting there making the noise, and they look like. I have colleagues in Sydney. What suburb? I have friends. I served there for 2 years. I used to walk every street. I had holes in my shoes. I walked so much. What suburb? North or south? Western suburbs? Tell me. You're still online. You didn't go to sleep. Okay, that's funny because here it's 2:22 in the afternoon. So I'm going to take a nap at 2:22 in the afternoon when I'm online live chatting or live streaming a video about bird watching. Bird watching. I love bird. Hey, Sean, do you have a favorite bird? What is the coolest bird in Atlanta, Georgia? I don't know where they live exactly. Okay. Sean, do you have a favorite bird that maybe is in Anaheim or Orange, California, or in Atlanta, Georgia? I'm curious. Hmm. So it must be like trying to figure out what time it is in Georgia. Maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, or I don't know, five in the morning, 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Birds. So I have been to Georgia Atlanta airport. I've never been outside the airport, so technically I've never been to Georgia minus the airport. So I don't know much about Georgia. You know, my Cardinals. Oh, Cardinals are beautiful. There's a lot of Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals and St. Louis Cardinals. And it's 7:23 a.m. Okay. So Cardinals, they are beautiful. Guess what? Arizona has a lot of Cardinals. I don't know why or how, but it's possible that they, when the Arizona Cardinals got the football team, that somehow it seems like I kind of heard like they brought a whole bunch over and then they just stayed. I don't know if you know much about lovebirds, but guess what? In Phoenix metro area, someone released a whole bunch of breeding pairs of lovebirds, and now there's like 3,000 lovebirds that thrive in the Arizona desert. And cardinals in Georgia. Wow. I wonder what the state bird of Georgia is. Let me see. Maybe it's cardinal. I don't know. Let's see. Georgia. So I have a cousin that served in Georgia Mission. He named his daughter Georgia. So my cousin's daughter's name is Georgia. So apparently the Georgia state bird is the northern bobwhite quail and the brown thrasher. I love quails. Doves, lovebirds. Oh, you love doves and lovebirds. Lovebirds are so cool. So in Ukraine, they have some pet stores that sell lovebirds. I can buy a pair of, I can go right in my, I could walk, it's like a mile and a half from my house, is a pet store that sells lovebirds in Ukraine in a small town. So let me tell you something really unusual about Chernigiv's branch. So Chernigiv branch, the whole region of Chernigiv, not just the city, but the whole region, has approximately 1 million people. It's meadowlarks. Okay, cool. I want a pair. You want a pair of lovebirds? You can, if you move to Ukraine or whatever, or if you want to bring Marina back to USA, they have lovebirds here. They have lovebirds in America, obviously, but you can get a pair of lovebirds in Ukraine from a pet store. And as far as I'm concerned, they're reasonably priced. So lovebirds are really cool. I love lovebirds. So I'm not super familiar with what a meadowlark is. I'll Google it. Meadowlark. Bird. Oh, it's yellow. Wow. Beautiful bird. Wow. I didn't know what a meadowlark was until just now. I've heard the name, didn't know what it was because there's so many birds. How do you keep track of every bird? But yeah, meadowlarks are gorgeous. It's a beautiful bird. This is what everybody on Earth. That's a meadowlark. Okay. Cardinals, meadowlarks. There's only one person online, and apparently it's Sean. Okay. So, I remember in Australia, there was a big tree, and it had no leaves. It was like a big dead tree. It probably had 50 galahs. Galahs, a really beautiful pink and gray bird. It's a parrot, and I think they live to be 100 years old. I don't know, but they're in the wild. They just fly around, and some people consider them a pest because they squawk. They're loud, but they're a beautiful parrot. I mean, it's a parrot that lives older than us. So, and they're gorgeous, and I think they're smart, and I think they can talk. I don't know. I think maybe lovebirds can talk. I don't know. So, you are a beard model. I happen to know that there are like TikTok channels, Twitter channels, YouTube channels, Facebook pages that are just about beards. Do you have a beard channel? interesting to me, like almost like cowboy beards or like old Western, gunfighter beards, like Doc Holliday type or whatever. It's interesting. Or like Santa Claus. Amazing sound metal art. Oh, okay, I used to make metal art calls. Like when you say metal art calls, you mean like or like you were able to do, like you were able to do that? I don't know what that means. Health coach. So let me tell you about health coach. So years ago, I weighed 220 pounds and I didn't care about health. I'm not worried about it. But my sister says, "Hey, Eldon, yes, with two hands." Oh, with two hands, like somehow, okay. So metal, that's very interesting. Okay, so I joined this fitness not diet, but like wellness food program, and it was called Take Shape for Life, and it used MetaFast meals, and anyway, I lost 50 pounds in 6 weeks with zero exercise. I had 6 meals a day. My calorie intake was 1,100 calories a day, and my daily calorie. And then I lost so much weight that there was a physician assistant provider at the county jail, and she goes, "Hey, can I talk to you in private?" I was like, yeah. She goes, "How did you lose so much weight?" And I said, "I have a business card. It was my life, like a health coach, kind of like you are." And she was trying to teach people through TakeShapeForLife.com or something to help people lose weight and live healthy lives. So the physician assistant she should know more than me about fitness. She came to me because she witnessed how much I lost, and I was skinny. I was 150 pounds. Oh no, 170 pounds. So I lost from 220. I lost 50. I weighed 170 pounds at 5'6", 170 pounds, and I had a sergeant that's kind of a bully. I like the guy, but he's a patrol sergeant and he was a motorcycle sergeant, and he asked me if I had AIDS as a joke. He's a cruel joker. And I said, no. I laughed it off because I love the guy, and he's actually just trying to be funny. And he's kind of one of these jock, type guys. But he jokingly asked me in public, in front of other coworkers, my peers, if I had AIDS. And obviously I didn't. But and then someone else accused me of using meth. And guess what? I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't use prescription meds, and I don't use meth or any other illegal substances. I don't use heroin. I don't use heroin, fentanyl, marijuana, or anything. I like to drink. Today I drank 100 liters or 500 milliliters while I was eating my pizza on the live chat. And that's all I had to drink today. I think I did have a little bit of zero sugar 7-Up, and that's it. That's all I've had. And so I tried it, from Arizona. My whole life I've been trying to keep hydrated. Here it's a lot easier. It's a lot humid. And I'm assuming in Atlanta, Georgia, it's humid. I'm assuming, but basically, I got a text message from my friend. So the power went out. Guess what? The power went out. The power went out. And so I had to switch from plugged into the wall to my power bank. So we have rolling blackouts, random. We never know if we're going to have power or not have power. And the power went out. What are you supposed to do? What can you do? So I don't have. So my iPhone doesn't have data, and I have this like Android phone that does have data. It's my Ukrainian phone. So the only reason why I'm able to continue this live stream is because of that. But there is no one online, so I will end it. 1 hour into it. I don't even know how to end this.